Hello and welcome to another video from Sustenance Uncovered, the only YouTube channel you need to not only survive the current apocalypse, but enjoy it. And I did the only two videos I had planned on doing, and after I put them on the computer, I thought, you know, this is a sustainable survivalist channel. And part of sustainable is using things over and over again. So I want to show you something that I thought about while I was sitting here. These two oyster knives. I didn't buy either one of them. They look exactly the same, which is kind of a shame because one of them was my pawpaw's, don't know which one, and one of them was my daddy's, both who are dead now. In fact, my pawpaw would be probably
100%.
He'd be right around 100 years old now if he's still alive. Oh, we under a tin roof and it's raining. Enjoy that. But anyway, this is the only oyster knife. I've never bought an oyster knife. I still use, and one of these is over. Shoot, both of them's over 50 years old. Probably one of them's 75 years old. Now, this is the family that I came from, just so you see some of my background. First off, this wash tub, my mama bought this wash tub probably around 1964 because she got a Great Dane and she needed something big to wash him in when he was little. So anyways, this here, and it doesn't hold water, it leaks like crazy, but we're talking about a, what is that now? Coming up on 50-year-old wash tub, and still use it. Still use that wash tub. Here's the next lesson. After Hurricane Camille, there was a house laying out in front of my pawpaw's house, and it was all tore up. It just piles of lumber, and that was in 1969. And my pawpaw went out there and grabbed that lumber off that house and built this oyster bench. 1969 for my daddy, and you can see, I guess you can see how wore out it is. Right here, there's probably been 1,000 oysters opened on this bench, and it's still got some flaking paint on the bottom. See, that's the boards that was on the outside of that house, the planks. Now this here, this blue, I know for a fact this didn't come off the house because this was like a traditional paint that they sold to everybody to paint toolboxes and benches and things. So that was somebody's workbench back in whenever. But that house that went over in front of Pawpaw's house was 50 years old at the time, and we're talking about 40 years down the road from that hurricane, so that's 90-year-old wood in there. This one I built because this bench is too short for me because I'm tall. This bench I built from the wood that I found after Hurricane Katrina, from a house that blew down, and from some wheelchair ramps off the FEMA trailer. I did not do this to carry on the family tradition of building oyster benches out of hurricane debris. I just did it, and then later on I got to thinking, man, you know, that's kind of a coincidence that we both did that. But anyways, sustainable survival, reusing things over and over again, and when they can't be used anymore, tear them up and build something else out of the materials.